Speaking. Madam Chair, Council. I'm sure you've all heard of the press reports on the water issue. I do believe it got escalated more than the issue really was. What the problem, I'll just tell you what the problem was for my discussions with GLWA. They had a turbidity issue with the water coming out of the plant, and as you know, or if you don't know, turbidity is an aesthetic issue with the water. It is absolutely nothing to do with the safety or bacteria in the water. It's strictly aesthetic. So to correct the problem, I was told that one of the chemicals that they increased was the hydrogen sulfide. And to make the long story short, they did do some adjustments with some other, which created a smell from the sulfur that they use in the chemical in the water. When I did contact them, they did say, and they also put it in writing in the report, that the smell should dissipate within a 12-hour period. Never did, and with some of the press reports with the animals and some other communities, the problem escalated on social media. I've been in contact with the mayor all weekend on this, and going back and forth and exchanging emails from what we have received from GWA. They did admit that they have a problem with the communication. They actually, the last email that I received is that they dropped the ball, and they're going to meet with the downriver communities to see how they can improve and give us a better explanation of what's going on. I am giving you the explanation that I received on Thursday of last week, and I really haven't gotten any specifics except they're meeting the regulatory requirements, which everybody else has heard. I also have an issue that I spoke to the mayor about with the News Herald article. I don't know if everyone's seen it, where the elected officials put a statement in and had 3 recommendations. Well, the headline on that was boil your water. And nowhere in the statement did it say that any of the elected officials recommended the boiled water. That is a separate issue that probably needs to be discussed in the News Herald. But I haven't got any complaints today. I don't know if you have any smell in your water still, but GLWA contacted me, and they're doing some flushing and some additional testing. Now, we're going to be involved in the flushing. They are going to do the flushing for us, and they're going to deduct the amount of water from our building. So I figured, just as a precaution, to get all the smell out, that we will be involved in that. Does anybody have any questions at all on
what caused this discoloration? Did they have the pressure up too high? Did
they just said it was from their intake. It was organic matter that got put into the system.
So they put in hydrogen sulfate to help clear that out, which was too much. It caused the smell.
That's what they told me last week. They haven't given me any updated information except what I was reading, and that's an issue that we need to resolve with GLWA. They need to contact us and have better communication with their customers.
I know it was spotty throughout the city. Over in my house, nothing. I mean, everything was fine, but I hear other areas of the city and kind of spotty all the way around.
I know the DPW building had an issue. As soon as I found out about it late in the day, I ran the water and wanted to check out. It was clear, but it smelled like a pack of matches. Okay. That is what I can compare it to. It wasn't real strong, but if you just open the pack, it smelled like a pack of matches.
Madam Chairman? We did also, as soon as we could on Monday, we did initiate third-party testing also. Those results should be back tomorrow. We anticipate that they will likely yield the same results every other community has, which is no bacteria, no E. coli, but we thought it was prudent that we also follow suit and did our testing as well.
Well, I would think that E. coli and bacteria would be almost impossible to get into the system. Seeing as that we chlorinate it and fluorinate it and all that. So.
And plus, they check it daily for total coliform as it comes out of the plant. If the bacteria got in, it's not coming from the plant, most likely, because they test it every day. It'll be coming in somewhere else in the system. Right. And we're pretty confident it's not going to come back, but we just ask precaution. Because they said they did increase their testing, and that was all they can really test for through the system. There's nothing else you can really
Where did we take test samples from?
We took a test sample from the animal show.
Okay. You had the smell there, so that's why.
Well, because there were reports of from some veterinarian is where I think, I seen it on the news where they claimed their dogs were getting sick because they drank the city water, which is, I think is an irresponsible comment. But we were just talking about what sites to go. We were to DPW, and I just do the animal shelter. It was just no more than any other building, I guess.
Madam Chair, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Councilman Garrison?
Yes, I just had one announcement. The Legal Aid and Defenders Association will be providing free legal assistance to prevent tax foreclosures to residents of the city of Taylor on January 25th at the Wayne County Treasurer's Office show cause hearings. So for residents that are in tax foreclosure, they have to go for a show cause hearing, and the Legal Aid and Defenders Association will be there providing attorneys for Taylor residents to represent them at show cause hearings. We have an agreement with Legal Aid Defenders Association, so they'll be there for any Taylor residents that need assistance on that day.
Madam Chair, I do have one other thing. Apparently over the weekend there was some additional dialogue on social media regarding the Menard's development, and I know Councilman Johnson asked a couple of meetings ago about it. I actually did receive a call today from them, in no relationship to whatever was posted on Facebook, but I just wanted to give a quick update. As many of you know, they did paralyze several developments throughout the presidential election, and they as an organization made a decision not to start many of those sites. We did receive word today that the City of Taylor's project was given the green light officially. I mean, we've stayed in constant communication with them. But they do anticipate early spring breaking ground and moving, 100% committed to completion on that particular project. So we expect March or April we'll likely start to see some earth moving, a lot of excitement related to that. But there will be sites, unfortunately, that they've decided not to move forward with.
Madam Chair, could you repeat that 6 more times?
It'll look totally different by the time it hits social media.
I read the comment somewhere about the presidential election. Did they share what the point is? I mean, depending on the outcome, they were, they weren't. I'm not sure I see the relation.
I don't know either. I think they were protesting the current administration, right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't really know all the facts behind what their issues were, but their position was they were waiting until the new administration, whoever that was, took office. They didn't really say who they supported or didn't support. Their position was they just wanted to wait until the election had been completed. And we didn't hear anything officially. That was just information we were reading on different news media outlets. Their position with us was just that they're waiting until after the new year. So, but we do expect March or April that there will be a lot of dirt being moved around and a lot of excitement. They did say that obviously that site is 88 acres, so it's going to be much bigger than just Menard. So they are in the process of finalizing other deals.
And what's going on there again?
I wish I could say.
Menards?
Menards.
Okay. Mr. Morrow, would you like to speak with us?
Good evening, Madam Chair and Council. My name is Bob Morrow. I live at 6644 Party Road, which, to be exact, is 5 houses from Taylor to Central Little League. I'm a baseball coach, retired baseball guy. I'm not a speaker. Please bear with me, maybe save every question or comment till the end. I'm not here to demand or beg for anything tonight, just to bring you some information that maybe is missing in this whole drama with the Little League leaving so to another type division. As I said, I've coached. I had 3 sons that played Taylor North Central Little League. I was there for 11 years as a coach, manager, on the board, and know the Little League system pretty much inside and out. In those years, I won district championships, went to state Little League tournaments. 10-year-olds won a state championship at Lang Hall Senior, and one of my sons at Taylor Northwest. So I think that through the whole thing, coaching at Taylor South a few years ago with my grandson, I'm very knowledgeable and able to speak on some things that maybe you guys are not aware of. Some of the questions I'd just like to pose to you tonight that maybe you guys can take notes on and keep for further discussion that I don't think has really come across in all the right ways or times. But I'd sure would like to know how the Taylor North Central Board thought that they had the right to leave or vote to leave the league organization. When I was in it, I was pretty much taught that we were there to protect and preserve it, what others had passed down to us and our children, and keep it going. So I was very disappointed being around that league with fall ball with my grandson to hear this. And then the rumors spread pretty quick, and they turned out to be fairly accurate. I don't think, in my personal opinion, that they want to change for all the right reasons. I don't think it's to grow. I don't think it's to get bigger. I think a lot of the times, me, myself, have been guilty of in the past, that we look to build teams, we look to get stronger and win with our kids, and it only continues to get worse through the years. I think open boundaries would create a nightmare in something like that, which would cause picking from other leagues and grabbing the best kids. And that's what a lot of board members, coaches, and parents like to